Yeah, y'all, this lighting be looking so good. Like, but
I'm smarter than I'm pretty with a fat ass. Okay, I got all these attributes, but a brilliant bitch. I want you to know, okay, baby?
How you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel, my community, my platform. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, being here, being you. There is only one you here, so be the best. And yeah, thank you for sharing your time with me and being a part of my dream and my journey. So I just got a little chit chat video, I guess, talking about things that is going on. First of all, how is everybody doing in terms of your mental and emotional health? I know there's a lot going on because I literally went on TikTok the other day. I normally don't scroll on TikTok as much as I used to, but I went on TikTok the other night and I was seeing all this stuff about Iran bombed Israel, or Israel bombed Iran. I think Iran bombed Israel though. And then of course, you know, ICE and stuff is freaking going crazy, and they deployed the National Guard, and then something about Donald Trump is sick, and I don't know, just a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of stuff that is definitely, we are living through history. So how are you guys doing? I hope, you know, in terms of your mental health and everything, that you are still finding time to spend time with loved ones and to spend time doing what you love, spend time doing what makes you happy, and spend more time in those spaces. As of right now, I genuinely feel like a lot of that stuff is not our business. Like, yes, we live here, woo, this our country, but at the same time, like, the government is there beefing. And I mean, I guess at the same time, like, it is this us citizens too, like, we do have to take accountability, because, you know, we are the ones that play into these games and vote for these people and, you know, let them do whatever. But at the same time, like, y'all the ones that's beefing. Don't put me in that shit. That don't got nothing to do with me. Like, you know, so we could do as much as we can within our communities and stuff like that. But like I was saying before, I genuinely feel like we shouldn't even have one president of the United States. We shouldn't even really have a government. We should have basic things that are common sense in terms of laws, you know, like, obviously don't kill people, don't hurt people, da da da. But then each state should just have its own little government, its own little thing doing stuff, because and then y'all love talking about, well, women would be emotional and da 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 if we was in office, if we was in power. Like, well, look where the fuck men in a patriarchal system done got us to. And then you deploying your citizens to go fight these people. You need to take your ass over there and throw some hands and fight these people. Like, technology is way too advanced right now to be playing around and all that stuff. Like, whew. So, but yeah, I hope you guys are still staying focused on yourself and your mental health, and just have fun. Have fun. I also saw too that they have a Travis Scott documentary about astroworld, where all those people died. Allegedly, that was a ritual. Yeah, y'all know it's crazy when that first happened, and my heart goes out to everybody who was there, everybody who lost a loved one, because, like, nobody should go to a concert to see any type of artist and then you don't get to come back home. Nobody should just be going out there to have fun somewhere and then you don't get to come back home, you know. So, and I hope that a lot of the people that was there and stuff, I hope you guys are taking care of your mental health too, because I know, like, I didn't even watch the documentary. I saw clips on TikTok. I'm not going to watch it. I genuinely do not like stuff like that. Like, my mental, my heart, like, it can't take that. I feel like that shit would be traumatic for me, and I know if that shit is traumatic for me, I know that shit is definitely traumatic for people who have to, like, rewatch it and is making its rounds again and everything. So take care of yourself, stay off of social media if you have to. But yeah, that shit is crazy that they actually made a documentary out of it. I don't really understand. Like, I could see a documentary like 10 years down, but that shit just happened 4 years ago. Like why? Even if they came out with a COVID documentary, even these Diddy documentaries, like, damn, can you let this shit be done first? Like, people it's way too much with the money. But yeah, that whole thing was freaking crazy from the beginning, with all the signs and everything, you know, allegedly again, where it was like, see you on the other side, and it was like hell. And then watching his performance, he genuinely looked a little overtaken by other spiritual causes. I don't be wanting to say those words and stuff like that. I can't. But yeah, he genuinely looked overtaken, and I was just like, wow, like the whole thing really genuinely to me was a setup. And it sucks because once again, people set things up, and it's at the stake of your fans, it's at the stake of people who supported you. But the fact that they oversold tickets, the fact that they were like, they tried to tell Travis but he didn't listen and stuff like that, what the fuck? And then when they were telling him to stop and stuff, you bring out Drake. If that does not give it was a setup, I don't know what will. You bring out Drake when you're seeing ambulances and stuff trying to move through the crowd, and then you tell your fans to jump. The whole thing was buffoonery. And Travis Scott, I know you already done sold your soul, but, and I don't know what happens in the afterlife, but you will rue this day and you will rue that. Innocent people died just to come and see you like you're some big person. But you was okay, Kylie was okay, Drake was okay. Your day will come. That's all I'm gonna say. Crazy. So yeah, I finally watched Paradise, you guys. I know Paradise came out maybe last year. Was it last year or like earlier this year? I finally watched it. I actually really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it. And even after that first episode, I was like, oh, here we go. President died, da da da. But then as it continued getting into everything with like the billionaires, and that it was an underground city and like Earth and everything, it was the end of the world. And they were chosen to go there. And then, you know, his wife was allegedly still alive, and he was going out to get his wife and everything. I loved it. You go. Black man, go get your wife. I know that's right. Go get your wife. Like, so I hope season 2 is coming out. Maybe it got renewed. I didn't look it up, but yeah, I finally watched it. As we all know, these shows and stuff are deeper, and I truly do believe that Earth and stuff is a simulation for real. Like, this shit really is a game in a sense. Like, the shit is serious, but it is still a game. Like, you know, like somebody or something, atoms, particles made all this shit, including us. And because of that, you know, this shit is a game. Like, there's really nothing to it. We're just a whole bunch of particles. But it was interesting to see the lamp with the sun, the fake sun, how they control the weather, how they control the lights, how it was like all panels and everything, how they're lying to you and all that stuff, how they had a tablet with classified stuff on there. This is literally what is happening low-key within like our society right now. So that was crazy. I even know they were saying like the sun is not real, the sun that's out there is not real and all that stuff. Do I believe that? I don't know. I honestly really don't have time to keep looking into this stuff, because honestly I will go crazy. I will, just because like I'm walking outside with a fake sun. Like, you know how depressing that is? That is so depressing and so barbaric. Like, oh, I'm just so tired of these white people. I'm just tired of these white people, and I'm tired of the government, and I'm tired. Like, y'all always just gotta touch something, or y'all always just gotta do something, and now you're telling us in these movies, and you're telling us in these shows. So yeah, like, that would be so saddening if the sun was not real. Like, what the fuck? I love nature. I don't want to look into that, but I definitely did have my moment last year where I was like, oh shit, like, that makes sense. And then, you know, the temperatures and everything is rising. But I definitely love nature, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that the moon is like, that these are illusions and holograms. Like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. I do believe the moon has like aliens or something on it, because look, every time there's a full moon, women, their periods be synced up with their, I say there because my period is not synced up with the full moon. But there is some women whose periods are synced up with full moons, new moons. So that's number one. A full moon is out. You know the whole thing with the werewolves and like, is it vampires? I don't know. But a bunch of like little things like that come out on full moon, or when the moon is out. Number three, when a full moon is out, that whole day, it feels so weird. It's so weird. It feels so energetic. People be acting crazy. Sometimes you have some people like don't really want to go outside, because you just know like people are gonna be crazy. Mood swings are up, things are very amped. And on top of that, I will say though, when there's a full moon, I do feel it physically wise, and my dreams do be a little, not crazy, but like, what the fuck was that? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? So I do believe the full moon definitely has aliens or something up there controlling energy, or maybe not controlling, you know, everything is for a reason, but it's definitely something with the moon. And then on top of that, the moon, it affects water too, like the tides in the ocean and stuff like that. So I definitely believe aliens, or I don't want it to be an illusion, but maybe there's people out there doing stuff. So yeah, but then too, I be wondering like if space was the ocean and the ocean is space, which is, y'all, you know what's crazy? I'm kind of scared of bodies of water. Like, I could stand in the ocean, I could be right here, but anything farther, I could be in pools, that's fine, but lakes, rivers, I'm good. Just because there's all types of stuff in that ocean, and then there's so much stuff that we don't even know about, and then there's so much stuff in the ocean that is literally toxic to humans, like in terms of the animals and stuff. Like, the ocean animals know humans are so dangerous and touchy that like, you can't touch certain things, you can't touch certain rocks and shells, you can't touch certain jellyfish, like, and I don't have time to look all that up. I really don't. I don't spend my time deep in the ocean, you know. But it's crazy how like damn near everything, then you have like certain frogs and spiders and bugs in the sand and worms. Like, it's too much up in there. It's too much. And then on top of that, I be like, you know, watch Jurassic Park and shit, Jurassic World, and I really do believe there's dinosaurs in that shit. Dinosaurs, a big ass shark, whale, big ass whales. Like, I believe all of that. So it's definitely my beliefs that's getting in the way of me being in big bodies of water. And in terms of lake and stuff, y'all already know some lakes are literally have cities underneath them, so absolutely not. But I just be wondering, if ocean is space, space is ocean, how the fuck would the moon and the sun come in there, and the stars? Now, I do know if you go deep enough into the ocean, like, you could probably transport into space, and then at that point, you know, when you go so deep into the ocean, there's no light or nothing like that, so the animals have to glow. And part of me is like, what if the stars are other planets? What if the stars are people, in terms of like maybe ancestors, or, you know, like maybe some people die and they literally turn into a star, or like a light or something like that, right? But then I'm like, what if the stars are those animals that's so deep in the ocean that they're the ones that light up, and then that's what we're seeing, and it's stars? But then at the same time, how would the sun and the moon fit in that? Like, is the sun in the moon? Because they say the sun and the moon is part of like the galaxy, and it's outside of Earth. But what if the sun and the moon actually isn't, and it's inside of Earth? It's inside of our dome. Because y'all know the Earth has like an icy part to it, where like nothing can come in, nothing can come out. In terms of like us 3D people, we can't go in, we can't go out. So what if the sun and the moon is actually just inside our Earth. And when it's not on us, it's going to see the other countries, and when it's not on them, it's coming back to see us. What if the sun and the moon is actually not outside of Earth or in the galaxy? And then what if, I mean, I definitely do believe there's other planets and other forms of life. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I feel like there's so many things we do not know. There's so many questions. I do believe also too in multiverses, in terms of like multiple Earths, and like, you know, there's this Earth that we're all living in and you're watching me on, but there could be another Earth with a whole nother form of us. Like, you know how they say different timelines and all that, and that all those timelines exist, but all those timelines existed, they would have to exist on very multiple different Earths. So then that all comes back like life truly is an illusion. Live your life, have fun. And then also too, and then I'd be thinking too, like, what if when we die, we can have the option to go to another Earth? And then what if on that Earth, the dinosaurs are over there? Or what if on this Earth, there's different animals? And what if on this Earth, there's different people? And what if on this Earth, they actually don't speak at all, and they do just speak telepathy? Or what if on another Earth, there's people like Stranger Things? And then there's people like 11 who got powers and can do all this shit, and it's on another Earth. And then what if those stories and stuff from this, on this Earth, of like, you know, like they say 11 and stuff was made from this woman, and MK Ultra and all that stuff. But what if all that stuff is just those people from the other Earths who have powers, and maybe one day they just use the powers a little wrong, and then boom, they're here, but they still have their powers. But here it's like, you know, it's more like we don't really have that. We're more in the 3D. We're more in the dead. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really see things, but they can. So what if people like that with like the powers, and they could see all this stuff, and they could see giants, and they could see like into the future? I don't know. What if they came from another Earth through a portal or something, and it just kind of went a little wonky, and now they're here? Time travel. Oh shit. Oh yeah. There's so many unanswered questions. I don't even know if we'll see the day of it. Did y'all hear, y'all have heard about like the ice world in Antarctica, like that there's like animals and stuff in the ice? If the ice melts, the animals coming out, or like if the ice melts, animals and people and stuff is gonna be coming out the ocean, and all this biblical stuff, and that there's like a whole nother Earth on the other side that's greener, and basically like heaven. Y'all, I don't know, but once again, this is all alleged, because don't take me. I'm just here sharing my thoughts. This is just for fun, entertainment purposes. I'm not for real with this shit. I'm not gonna come to y'all thing. I know when to mind my business and when to not get all up in the pot. I'm just outside the pot, looking at the pot, but I'm not all up in there. I'm not gonna come to no NASA. I'm not gonna investigate or nothing. So allegedly, don't come get me. Thank you, love you. So yeah, y'all. But yeah, once again, how are you guys doing? And I hope that you are doing good and being safe, responsible, and at the same time having fun wherever you can, and spending time with your loved ones. That's honestly what's most important right now. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching and sharing your time with me. That's all I really have to say. I'm honestly kind of mind blown. I'm probably about to go think about everything I just said, because I feel like I just opened like 20 new doors in my brain. So yeah, but I love you guys, and thank you again for watching. Bye.